Hi there. I have been asked so many times how to make the granola that I keep 24/7 in a glass jar on my counter. I love granola. I eat it every day with fresh berries and oat milk, and everybody wants to know how to make it. It's so simple. So I thought, I'll just show you. This is a recipe adopted from my friend Sarah. She started it and I kind of zhuzhed it up for my own needs, but here we go. Okay, here are the ingredients. Any kind of nuts you want. I have pecans, gotta have the seeds. These are important, they'll give you a little salty burst. Pistachios, you can use cashews, whatever nuts you like. Salt, a little bit of canola oil, we're gonna need nutmeg, cinnamon, coconut. I often use unsweetened coconut, but this one happens to be sweetened. Honey, more nuts, golden raisins, another key, and of course oats. I use gluten-free oats. So let's go. Okay, there's not a big science here. I just do the pick however much you want and dump method. So get a big old bowl. I don't know, I put a lot in there because I want a lot of it. And then you're going to take canola oil and just a little bit. You just want to kind of moisten, get everything to stick together a little bit. So you don't need to go crazy. And just zhuzh that around. So just give it a little coat. And you might use a little more than that. I try to use as little as possible because I want it to be healthy. So just a little bit for it to stick together. Okay, now you start adding whatever the heck you like. So for me, I look at whatever nuts I have in the house because I really like them. And I add slivered almonds. One of the reasons I like them is almonds are good for you, but they're already slivered. So no slivering necessary. So literally a handful of those. Throw them in there. Then some people get fancy and they get the cutting board out and they start hacking away at nuts. I just break them up. So this could be a while. You might want to get a cup of coffee. One for me, one for you, another one for me. Good stuff. You know how when you're watching a baking show and they have all the ingredients like diced up really small and 10 different little teeny bowls? You know what I think of when I watch that? Doing dishes. I really don't want to wash 10 teeny little bowls. So these are pecans. You can just squish them up with your hands. But if you want to get all fancy, get your chef's knife and a cutting board. Be careful. We don't want any fingers in our granola. And, just go to town. But for me, this is a one bowl thing. I don't want to clean too much stuff. Busy girl. And then you can do this. For ease, once again, these are already shelled pistachios. Could you break them up more? Yeah, but I don't. I just chuck them in. Sometimes I use cashews. You can use whatever you want. Not a fan of certain nuts, so you do whatever makes you happy. And key, pepitas, or pumpkin seeds, as some people call them. They're salty, they're yummy. You just chuck them in. I always put a little extra on the pepita side. So, because they're delicious. All right, so now we've just got nuts, and we're gonna mix them all up in there with our granola, just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. Now, this is where the honey comes in. I undo the whole top because I like a lot of honey. Just pour it in there, and then, again, one for you. Just mix that up. It's gonna be clumpy. It's gonna be challenging at times because there's honey in it. So you're gonna have to smash it up a little bit. So just go to town. You can do a little honey dance. You can sing, or you can just stand here and mix, which I find boring. So I'm entertaining myself. Wanna have fun making granola? And nutmeg. So you throw that in there too. Oh, you know what's super helpful is if you open nutmeg. So, because this, not so much. Okay, take two. Nutmeg is open. So just, zhuzh that around in there. So then you mix all of this stuff together, and you want to make sure it's pretty well mixed. And I like to use a jelly roll pan. What's a jelly roll pan, you may ask? Well, I will show you. It's a pan. Has sides on it, see? So nothing will fall off. So I use my jelly roll pan. Oh, by the way, don't put these in yet. These go in later. So just sit them by the side. Okay, so got everything all zhuzhed together. And here we go. You could put foil on here if you want. I don't find it that problematic. But then spread it out into a flat layer. And your oven is at 350. So Once your oven is preheated, you should be done making this whole situation. And then you go right to the oven. Here we go. Okay, so it's in the oven at 350 for 20-25 minutes. You know your oven. You want it to start getting a little brown, and then we're gonna work with the raisins. But for now, we wait. 4-letter word for Sue's nickname and what she likes to put in granola. Nuts? Hello, madam. Might I interest you in some mustache cream for your husband? Look. What? Okay, now it's warm in the kitchen because the oven's on, so I put the mop up. But I'm getting ready because we're gonna add our golden raisins. These are the best. These are the ones I love to use because they're so sweet. And we only add them at the very end for like 3 to 5 minutes max, or they will explode and become little rocks that will break your teeth. Don't do that. Okay, so we're done. Everybody has their own preference. I happen to like the granola darker and kind of a little crispy on the edges. Some people like it really pale, so you'll have to judge on your timing. But this is my granola. And now I'm gonna let it cool, put it in the glass jar, and enjoy it every day. Let me know how you do with yours.